Welcome to Connect Happy Valley's discussion with Chris about connecting people and places, sports. So, Chris, the students are back from spring break, and we have a big weekend ahead.
Yes,
so tell
sir.
us.
Yes. To be clear, we're not calling it that. That is not the title.
What
that
should
word
be the
salad
title?
You just said. I like connecting the dots.
Connecting
I think
the
that's
dots. Okay, we're connecting the dots today.
Connect Happy Valley, connecting the dots of all the great people and places and events here in this wonderful little central Pennsylvania valley. Yes.
I'm game for that. So
Yeah,
tell us
okay.
what's happening. Exciting times. Spring is here.
Well, the headliner, if you're going to be here in Happy Valley, is that we are hosting for the first time the Women's Frozen Four in women's ice hockey. And Penn State, for the first time, is playing in the Women's Frozen Four. They won their first ever NCAA tournament game last weekend at Pagula Ice Arena. We beat UConn 3-0. It was a great game. Credit to the Huskies. They had a very competitive team, but the ladies played very well. Got the shutout. And now we got a chance to play for a national championship on home ice. And as my obligatory co-host Kevin Horn pointed out as he was tweeting from the game, as that game wrapped up, he pointed out Penn State has a chance if they can get through the semifinals on Saturday night versus Wisconsin, which is going to be very tough because Wisconsin's got a great team. Two Penn State teams have a chance to play for national championships on Sunday with the wrestling team, which is obviously going to be the headline grabber in the world of Nittany Lions athletics out in Cleveland in NCAA Wrestling Nationals. That tournament's going to wrap up on Sunday, and maybe the women's ice hockey team could be playing for a title as well, 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon if they can win on Friday night.
And who's favored Friday?
You know what? I did not look at the betting line on the women's ice hockey tournament, but if I had to guess, it would probably be Wisconsin. Penn State is the 3 seed, Wisconsin the 2, and as I said, the Badgers have a great team. But Penn State's playing very well, and we got them on our home ice.
And who's the first seed? Do you know?
It is Ohio State.
So it could be Penn State, Ohio State
Yes,
for the women's
yes.
title on Sunday?
In all likelihood, Ohio State is going to win their semifinal game.
And so what time is the game Sunday?
Sunday is 4 o'clock.
Okay.
7:30 on Friday evening.
So if Penn State advances to Sunday at 4, that's a hot ticket. Is there going to be seats available?
Yeah, so I think you buy the tickets kind of like similar to the men's basketball tournament. You buy the tickets as a package. So I think you just buy Frozen Four tickets and you can go to both games. Now, obviously, the majority of people who are going to be buying tickets around here are going to be Penn State fans. So interest in attending the Sunday game will be contingent on Friday night's result.
Got it. Do you think it possibly, if Penn State, Ohio State Sunday, do you think it could sell out?
Yeah, I mean, I know they do limited seating for.
Would they
for the
open it
women's
up,
hockey.
though? Would they open it up?
Probably not, but
Okay.
I mean, they could sell out the allotment, I think.
Okay.
Certainly. And, there's some other good sporting events going on over the course of the weekend. So I talked about Penn State playing Wisconsin on Friday night in women's ice hockey. In softball, we got Wisconsin coming in for a series at Beard Field. And in fact, if you want to try to split the difference, you can go over there and catch at least the first 4 or 5 innings against Wisconsin and then head across to Pagula on Friday. And then they'll be playing again on Sunday. Both lacrosse teams are playing at Panzer Stadium, opening up conference play. The men versus Maryland on Saturday, the women versus Michigan on Sunday. And last home meet for the men's gymnastics team before they go out to Big Tens on Sunday afternoon. I would really love to get over to Rec Hall for that one, but honestly, no offense to the men's gymnastics team. I'm hoping I can't because I'm hoping I'm going to go see the women's team playing for a national title.
And so when is the men's gymnastic on Sunday?
That is at 3 o'clock
Okay.
at Rec Hall, and the Frozen Four Championship is 4 o'clock at Pagula.
Well, speak to all these major events happening right in our backyard. Is that what makes Happy Valley special?
I think it's a huge part of it. I mean, you and I have talked about before that being able to live here and enjoy all the many amenities of a college town, and of course, all the great outdoor rec, to me, only complements that. But I have always thought having top 25 college athletics, a lot of which is just free to attend, is one of the major perks.
And Saturday, you experienced the women's hockey. Tell our audience a little bit about your Saturday, on how you enjoyed Saturday here in Happy Valley.
Oh, it was great. So as you talked about, we were having spring break here. So there were 2 big youth sports tournaments in town. basketball just sprawling all over the place. I mean, Nittany Valley Sports Complex and C3 and the middle schools, they had so many games going on. They had to get every open hardwood in the center region going. And then there was a big wrestling tournament at the Bryce Jordan Center. So we had friends, including my former college roommate and some of his family, were coming into town because, daughters, nieces were playing in the basketball tournament. So my wife and I went downtown. We had coffee at the cheese shop, hung out with Bill for a couple hours and the crew that came in there. Then we met our friends and their family with all their kids in between basketball games at Bubba's, which many old timers will know as Babies. Pretty much the same deal. Great spot. And we had lunch. And then we went up to Pagula Ice Arena and we met Kevin and we watched Penn State win its first ever NCAA playoff game.
Okay, so we got a big weekend ahead. Anything looking down the road of more excitement the following week or things to kind of save the date for?
Well, as the weather gets nicer, I think Medler Field, Beard Field, Panzer Stadium especially, like really cool spot to go watch lacrosse. And both lacrosse programs are going to be great this season. So I look at all of those and then, blue-white just around the corner.
And what day is that?
That's going to be April 25th, I believe, last Saturday of April. And we're getting right down to it. I hope we're going to find out exactly what the format of that game is going to be, relevant to those of us who cover the team. But I think for the vast majority of people who come in that weekend, they don't really care. It's the game is immaterial.
Right. Well, anything else you want to say to the audience to wrap up our segment today?
Yeah. Please, Friday night, come on out and support our women's hockey team. They're having a phenomenal record-setting season for this program, and they deserve your support. 7:30.
Great.
Get your tickets online. GoPSUsports.com. Uncompensated plug.
Thank you, Chris.
Connect the dots.
Connect the dots. Thank you.